So one of the things I want to talk to people about is confidence. And I feel like a lot of times we tend to lack confidence when we want to do things because we have a thing, I'm going to call it imposter syndrome, because that's what it is. It's imposter syndrome, and it's like we don't have enough confidence in ourselves just based off of what we see other people doing. So we just automatically assume that because we see other people being successful, putting out great content, or winning at whatever season they are in life, that at some point in time, we're just not adequate enough to do the things that they're doing. Because look at them. And that's always the thing that comes, I always say, is like, that's what's the defining factor of you paying too much attention to someone. So you say, look at them compared to me. And you're not really knowing that you're already downing yourself out of being successful simply because you're looking at what someone else has. Now, don't get me wrong. Social media is all about the art of envy. Envy and jealousy is two separate things. Envy is the want of something. Like, oh man, I wish I had this, or I want this because they have it. Not necessarily I would do something detrimental to them to have it. Jealousy. Or I'm going to sabotage this. Jealousy. Like, envy is just like, oh man, I wish I had that car, or oh man, I wish I had that house, or oh man, I wish I had that life. It's that step, but not taking it further, because once you take it further, that's jealousy. So once it starts being like, well, why do you have that over me? That's a jealousy thing. And I don't think a lot of people really recognize that in themselves. But a lot of times, comparison is the thief of joy. That's a quote somewhere. I don't know who came up with the quote. And I just want you to understand that you are already good enough to do it. Just do it. When I started on this journey, it was other food bloggers, of course, that were already doing what I was doing. And they had their own flair and unique thing, but I was going to always make it mine. It's like, of course, I'm going to study people, because if you get into a field, you're going to want to study like what other people are doing. That's just how it is. Research. It's called market research. You're researching what's already working in the field. I already researched what was going on. Let me see what this air hit on, because good God, it's 71 degrees here. I'm about to take this jacket off, I know that. But you literally want to research before going into a field sometimes. It's okay just to jump in, but for a higher rate of success, it's always good to just kind of research the field. Not duplicate, not imitate, but come up with your own version of it. You know what I'm saying? And learn that it's okay to not be perfect the first time. A lot of people look at other people's finished product and be like, man, my video didn't show up like this. Or when I tried to go out on my own to create a job or get into my entrepreneur bag, like, it didn't turn out this way. But they're saying, like, all I did was take these easy steps. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie to you, entrepreneurs be putting on. Some, not all, be putting on. Like, they don't really tell you like the failures that happen. And I definitely feel like because of that, it created a world of people who think that they can get instant gratification, like becoming rich overnight, or yo, I posted this one video and I hit 20K in cash out amounts. Like, that's a one in such and such lifetime. But real work actually takes in. Not saying that it can't happen. And you may feel like, well, everybody can't be Jordan. Everybody can't be LeBron. Everybody can't be Kobe. These different versions of individuals. Some people gonna be bench riders. That's just gonna happen. Some people are gonna have to work to get to that level. Some people are naturally talented. Some people are gonna have to actually work to get that said talent. But what's the quote? Work beats talent when talent doesn't work. So I say just stay the course and stop paying attention. Stop having your head on a swivel. Stop paying attention to the car wreck. Have that whole, rubber neck thing to where you're consistently looking at things like, well, I want this, and I feel like I should have this. And because this person has it, and look at them. Like, stop doing that. Stop being that person. It's okay to not have something but to work for it. Like, don't just believe that you should have something over someone else. Comparing, once again, you don't necessarily know what they went through in the background. You might be like, oh, well, I've known such and such. You don't know their every waking moment. What you know is exactly what they tell you. So definitely